Welcome to my Detailing the White Way video series. In this episode, you'll receive free tips and tricks from a professional detailer. Today, how to safely and efficiently clean your vehicle's alloy wheels. So hello and welcome to WhiteDetails. Behind me, an Agitating grey Porsche Cayman S. The vehicle's in today just for a very sort of brief once over, a valet if you will. It's a friend's car and I'm taking this opportunity to take you through some steps on specifically wheel cleaning. We're going to look at the kit, the chemicals, the requirements, the do's, the don'ts. So if you're new here, hello and welcome to the channel. Be sure to click subscribe if you're interested in this kind of content. You'd like to see more future videos in the coming weeks. Also dig back through the archives. There are dozens of videos of full case studies of vehicle detailing from start to finish, some 30-40 minute episodes. It's a rather grey, drizzly, moist Thursday afternoon, but it's perfect for some car cleaning action. So the Porsche, it's a 2013 model with 40,000 miles on the clock. Generally a well cared for vehicle. I've known the vehicle. I did some work on it last 2014, I believe. Since then, the owner has managed to keep on top of a bit of a regular maintenance cycle. But as you can see, on the wheels, we've just got build-up of brake dust, pitting, some tar deposits that need attention. Generally, a nice open wheel design, easy to get into the deep barrel of the wheel to clean the insides, and of course the brake caliper. Now, on the most part, if this was a full job, we will be looking to remove the wheels at a later stage after the exterior wash is complete, once the vehicle is on the scissor lift, to take the wheels off to clean them thoroughly away from the vehicle. But in this instance, we're just going to clean them whilst the vehicle is grounded. So taking a look at some of the kit required: a long reach wheel arch brush allowing you to get inside deep into the wheel arch plastics. There's a shorter brush which is more for scrubbing the tyres. The majority of the wheel cleaning will be made with a soft bristled detailing brush. This is the Detail Factory brush. Extremely soft and perfect ergonomics, safe for all wheel finishes. So for the side of the spokes, we have here a wheel mitt. Mine has seen better days. And then we start to look at wheel back brushes, the ability to clean the inner rim. Which brush you'll need will be dependent on the design of the alloy wheel, the clearance between the wheel itself and the brake disc in the caliper. The two blue brushes as seen on screen on the EZ wheel brushes have been around a while now and do the job nicely. But you may wish to consider the wheel woolly package, 3 brushes which offer more flexibility for a variety of different wheel designs. So with your brushes and your mitts at the ready, you may just need a microfibre or 2. Wheel cleaner to be used on the Porsche is the excellent Built Hamber Auto Wheel, which is a pH neutral, water-based safe wheel cleaner. It actually won the Wheel Cleaner Award for Auto Express. Safe to use on all wheel finishes. Acting very similar as a fallout remover, the product will have a visual indicator that it turns purple once it's actively breaking down the dust particles in the filings. For the wheel arches, tyres and perhaps the brake calipers, you're also going to want an all-purpose cleaner and an APC. Here I am using the Carbon Collective Citrus Cleanser. And you're going to want your favourite tar remover, chemical tar remover, to break down tar deposits on the wheel face. To check through the items being used here for this wheel cleaning session, I've added links to the products, the kit and the chemicals to the video description down below. So as with most aspects of car detailing, it's always best to work on a cool surface. If the vehicle has just arrived, if it's been driven recently, you want to allow the brakes, the wheels, the calipers, the paintwork during the wash to cool, and also pick and choose the time of the day. If you can do it in the shade, perfect. It's best to avoid any wet work in direct sunlight for fear of water spotting and chemicals drying out on the vehicle's surface. One possible worthwhile investment would be a water filter to eliminate the risk of this happening. So with gloves on for chemical protection on your skin, you've got your bucket closed, so it's convenient, it's there, it's handy. You've got your pressure washer, it's time to flush the wheel arch and blast the wheel free of loose debris and contamination. It does make your life a lot easier at this point if you do have access to a trolley jack, if you have the ability to raise the front or the rear end of the vehicle 3, 4, 5 inches, or even lift the wheel off the floor. It not only allows you to get better access to the wheel arch, to do a better clean to the wheel arch lining, but it also allows the wheel to potentially free rotate so you can access 360 degrees of the wheel and the hidden parts of the caliper, which are otherwise blocked by the wheel spoke. Unfortunately, this won't be happening on this video today, as of 2 days before filming, my trolley jack actually went bang, so soon to be replaced. It is worth noting that we normally aim to do the wheels first. Before wetting the whole body work down and then starting on the wheels, we want to do the wheels 1 corner, 2 corners, get all 3, 4 corners done before we go on to wet the body. If we've soaked the body work, then we're spending 20 minutes cleaning the wheels. We're allowing that hard tap water to dry and potentially water spot on the surface of the vehicle. And the wheels, they're the dirtiest area in the car. They need to be cleaned, they need to be flushed before we progress onto the body. So after a thorough rinse of the wheel arch and the wheel itself, we're going to apply the APC all-purpose cleaner and allow it to dwell for 30 seconds. Reaching for the long reach brushes now, we're going to give the arch a light scrub and ensure the rubber is clean by just agitating the APC slightly to assist the application of tyre dressing later on. Rinsing out the residues to ensure the wheel is free of loose contamination again, the wheel arch being the dirtiest spot. We're going to apply Built Hammers Auto Wheel to the entire wheel and caliper. Using liberal amounts of product, allow the system to dwell for 2 to 3 minutes. Again, avoid using on a hot wheel or a hot sunny day. Before long, if your wheels haven't been treated this way before, you will soon notice the bleeding action from the chemical, which is it reacting, it's shrinking the metallic fallout on the wheel. That's a visual indicator that it's found something, it's working, it's dissolving, it's doing its job. 2 options here, you can either rinse that away, start fresh and then do some agitation, or we can agitate over the top. Personal preference, I like to agitate to get a deeper cleanse. So first off, we're going to reach for the Detail Factory, the 1-inch wheel detail brush. Methodically painting essentially the front face of the alloy wheel, making sure you're doing the full perimeter, every single front face of the spoke, the wheel nut housings, making sure the bristles get deep clean into there, any intricate spots that you're likely to miss with a mitt later on. And then the caliper, if you've got a nice painted, lacquered brake caliper behind the wheel, clean what you can with a 1-inch brush, and if you have raised the vehicle to allow the wheel to free rotate, spin the wheel to gain access to those previously inaccessible areas. Switching out now for the wheel mitt. I use this for the sides of the spoke. So we've already hit the front face, the vertical outwards facing panels. Now we're going to do the sides of the spokes with the mitt again, methodically start at 12 o'clock, work clockwise, work all the way around, making sure to hit every single spoke. And then it's time to reach the wheel back brush. Again, this is going to vary very much on the design of your wheel and the clearance you have, not only with the caliper and the wheel, but the disc in the wheel. The thicker of the two easy wheel brushes, the blue one on screen now, is best suited for wheels that have 3 inches or more clearance between the disc and the wheel edge. Anything less than 3 inches, you're probably looking at this brush as it's a more flexible, narrower option to get into a smaller space that this slightly bigger brush can't make it. If you do have big brake calipers and you haven't been able to lift the vehicle, what you might be left with is 30%, 40% of the wheel hidden behind a brake caliper that you can't get any brush down behind. Clearance may be minimal. So all it means is you'll have to, at the end of the wheels, just maneuver the car 2 or 3 feet forward to expose that hidden area before moving on to the body wash. Lastly, I'll reach the mitt again and I'll just run the inside perimeter behind the wheel spokes just in case there's any hidden triangular sections down the bottom. Rinsing thoroughly, making sure to hit the adjacent panels and the wings, the bumpers, the lip, side skirts, remove any chemical traces down there. Now at this point, the front offside wheel is clean, or is it? If the wheel has never had this type of treatment or cleaner used on it before, you may be surprised at what a second application, perhaps a third application if required, may do. If build-up on the wheel initially is pretty bad, pretty heavy, it's thick contamination, then you might need to hit 2, 3, 4 applications on each wheel with the cleaner to get them clean and properly pure. Meanwhile, whilst the second application is dwelling on the front wheel, I'll rinse the rear wheel, get the wheel arch prep done, get it underway. Agitating the front wheel again as required before looking at the tar removal stage. So similar to the bodywork, hot tar deposits will clump and stick to the paint, stick to the wheels, the calipers, flung off the road's surface. The tar remover being used here is AutoSmart TARDIS. This is a trade product which comes in 5 litre tins from a local AutoSmart rep. Don't forget I have listed the kit and chemicals in the video description down below for your convenience. Pre-soaking the wheel with TARDIS, allowing the chemical to sit for 30, 40, 50 seconds. The deposit you will see bleeding, it will start to dissolve, it will start to weep. The deposits found on the Porsche were pretty stubborn, they were pretty hard, they've been there for some time. Using a fresh microfibre, you can start to wipe away the deposits, agitate slightly if needs be, hit them 2, 3, 4 times with the chemical, again if needs be, before thoroughly rinsing the wheel and again the surrounding areas to remove the traces of tar remover. Of course, this process is made once again easier by either removing the wheel from the vehicle or if you use the trolley jack to raise the vehicle and allow the wheel to spin freely. At this point we're left with a perfectly clean alloy wheel, with the exception of some old wheel weight glue on the inside of the rim which would need to be removed from the vehicle to clean this off properly. So that's 1 down and 3 wheels to go. After repeating this procedure and this practice using the chemicals and the methods, on the remaining 3 wheels we're left with already a much better, sharper looking car because of the clean wheels down below. Before we go into drying the wheels down with a towel or even blow drying them to remove the excess water, the rest of the vehicle now receives its full safe wash in decontamination as part of this afternoon's job. Midway through the time lapse on screen now, the battery died, so unfortunately this is all we get. Moving the vehicle indoors now, the exterior paintwork and the alloys now need drying. A couple of options available here. If you have access to the vehicle blower, fantastic. If not, a drying towel can be used on the vehicle's body and a separate one for alloy wheels to lightly wipe away excess water on the wheel's face, along with an old disused microfibre which you can use on the tyres to dry down before we go on to application of a tyre dressing. If you do have access to a vehicle dryer, fantastic. This is the best, most effective, efficient way of drying down both the vehicle and the alloys, again ensuring that you're removing trapped water from the crevices, the wheel bolts, the calipers. So that's about it. All that's left now is to apply your favourite tyre dressing. For the Porsche, I'm using Adams polishes, vinyl, rubber and trim. This product contains SPF 35 to protect against the sun's UV, and it leaves a clean, grease-free finish that's not going to sling. Applied with a foam applicator pad, the tyre dressing, it's the last puzzle piece, the icing on the cake for your freshly detailed car. Unfortunately, by this time, darkness had fallen. I wasn't in a position where I could film in the unit. The vehicle disappeared pretty quick soon after filming this video, so all we're left with is a couple of images and JPEGs. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up down below. Remember to hit subscribe to be notified when future content comes out. If you have any thoughts, discussions or comments or anything you'd like to see in future episodes, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. See you again soon for more Detailing the White Way YouTube episodes.